please stop your camera. Yes, good. So I'll share my screen next 1 minute because we have still 1 minute left. Let's wait a minute, then we'll start. So in the time being, let me share my screen. Still have 1 minute left. Okay, so we are on time. It is 7. I just wait 30 more seconds, then we'll start. Okay, so let's wait 10, 15 more seconds. We're starting soon. Okay, so let me start. In the meanwhile, people will join. Is the auto link to join everyone. Okay, so thank you so much for joining everybody. So my name is Vishal. As you all, most of you is a part of my WhatsApp group, and we have many WhatsApp group, and most of you part of that. Most of you part of my Facebook account. Most of you part of from our YouTube channel, Tech Deeksha. Okay, so I'm going to introduce here about myself. Okay, the first 10 minutes as the agenda we are discussing. In the agenda, first 10 minutes I'm discuss about myself, and I will let you know what exactly our session going on, what we are going to make in next 2.5 to 3 months, and what we are going to deliver, in which manner. This will discuss in first 10 minutes. Then we start our sessions. There is no as such demo because I am working from last 17 years, more than 17 in IT industry, and total about I'm working as a database architect with United Health Group. And I have a part of more than I think 700 to 800 of interviews. So that's why my main focus is what exactly the interview is going on. Because if you want to learn, as I told you many times to all of you, even in the our WhatsApp chat, and somebody can ask me a question in our groups, that when you want to learn something, actual learning is coming from the project, right? We all are here to get a good knowledge, to go and get a good job in a company. The things, the many WhatsApp messages I'm sending with the print screen, the people get selected in this and that and this and that company, they all are from the batches, what the batch I'm going on. I'm claiming more than 95% questions exactly same, even the business scenarios are exactly same what we are discussing in the session. But there is no magic, there is no recipe that how can you get a success. You have to present in the session, and I will provide, if you see my screen, whatever we are discussing in the whole class, just like I'm just running for B16 batch, you see B16. Whatever we are discussing in the class, everybody can see my screen. Can anybody can confirm me that you're able to see the screen? Anyone please confirm?
Yes, Vishal, we can
Yes,
see.
yes, we can see.
So whatever I'm discussing, you don't have to note it down anything. Be focused in the class. Whatever we discuss, you receive the notes as a print screen, exactly same whatever we discuss. So for example, I'm just randomly entered a ref cursor. Whatever discuss example, you receive the notes. Exactly same what we discuss. Any notes if I open 56 indexing, I'm just opening. Everything, whatever we are discuss, any example, anything, everything you will receive as a notes and thing will be written. Suppose I'm just randomly open any, suppose for example, bulk collection I'm opening, right? You can see that. You just receive my notes, each class, whatever we are discussing, each and every topic, all the permutation and combination of questions that can be possibly asked from that topic, we will discuss in the session. And I'm telling you to everyone with full confidence, you don't have to go anywhere other than my notes. My notes are enough for you to crack the interview. Remember that point when we are going for interviews, right? Our topic is exactly clear. Database is things are exactly clear. 5 to 6 questions from the base concept. The you if you see my chat, the people who got selected, right, you can ping whatever the group you are. Almost every group, the people who are got selected and did my classes, you can ask him. The people who did the sessions, go through the notes, each and every question. I am saying 90 plus, 95% plus, but the people are saying more than 100. All 100% question are exactly same, Vishal, what we discuss in the session. For any PL SQL topic, you don't have to open Google. You don't have to, and stop reading from any top 50 interview questions, top 100 interview questions, and from this website, from that website. Stop reading. If you, because 99% of the chances, most of the websites are bogus websites who give you wrong information. What is written there? See, our notes will be exactly same. Whatever, if you just read the notes written everything. So my notes are enough. You don't have to read anything. Maybe you can find grammatical mistake, maybe you can find a spelling mistake, okay, but things will be delivered here. You are able to understand it. I'm able to write what exactly we discuss. Everything will be written here. What exactly partition by, what exactly trick, what it joins, everything will be written with examples, how data will be going on. Just my notes in enough. I am here to one. Anybody, any question, you can ping me anytime, one to one. So our process will be going on. We are taking more than 60, just like in this batch, we are going around 62 sessions. And this all will be whatever we are discussing, everything is stored and given you as a print screen, so that you are, whenever you review, because I'm not supporting recorded videos. The reason is, this is very frankly, this is very true. Nobody has time. Suppose that you can go in 62 sessions, in 62 hours, you go and listen the videos. Nobody has time. But if you have notes, it is very easy for you. Within 2 to 3 hours, you are able to go through all the notes, right? So that's why I'm providing you notes. Recorded video will be given. Sometimes people have some emergency, they have to go, right? They tell me in advance, we shall please record it. So I'm given recording. But you cannot expect me very clear that I can give you all the recording. Never. Because if I am putting my energy, I want you all to come in the class, listen me, ask me question, ping me one to one. I am living in US, you are in India, so our time zone is different. So it is possible that you can ping me. I'm not able to answer right away. It is possible, right? So you have to wait for me, or you can tell that Vishal, okay, let's meet after dinner, or maybe tomorrow, or maybe after 4 hours, 6 hours. Sometimes can be lashes because our time zone is different. But I will definitely come. You can cross check with all the people in all the WhatsApp batch wherever you are. From my side, I can give you guarantee for that you are getting each and everything. Our main focus is only 4 agenda. First, your concept will be clear. The reason is, when you start working in any project, right, more than 50 to 60% of your daily routine work is comes from your base concept. If your base concept is clear, you are able to solve all the problems. Either in, if you learn, if you heard about, or you're working a project, your some ETL job is running, some schedule job is running, some procedure is going on, something will fail, this job fail, this is giving error, we have to solve this Jira ticket. But if you saw the error messages, they all comes to the base concept. Because in database, either we are selecting something, or inserting, or updating, or deleting. We just have to understand the concept. SQL is all about trick. And when, just 2 minutes more, I want to tell you, I don't want to give today is the first session that, okay, let's today start with something like trigger, something with like performance tuning, or something indexing, or something, any as such topic which looks like magical. It's not. We are going one by one each topic, one by one, with all permutation and combinations. Few people, sometimes it happens with me in every batch. Some people can tell me that, Vishal, are very basic, I know that. But 15 to 20 minutes, just listen that. After that, definitely a question will come which you don't know. If the same book, you can read it 2 times, 3 times, you get something new. Because interview is all about your base concept. If you're not able to answer any tricky questions, or you're not able to answer any advanced concept, that is still okay. But if you're not able to answer any basic concept questions, that is not okay. You are not selected for sure. Focus on base concept, focus on performance tuning. We will learn how to write complex queries. We will learn how to answer performance tuning. 15 to 20 minutes without stopping continuously, you have to answer performance tuning. You have to answer all basic questions. So I'm going to start today, and you all will receive notes. So don't worry for it. You all will receive notes, whatever I'm going to discuss, and just discuss with 3, 4 classes. Then let's see how things are going on. Each and every day, one topic we will pick, and we'll finish with all permutation and combination. Few people are new, people may be experienced, but everybody should be here. In my batches, there are many people having around 15-year experience, 15 years. They also in the session. Freshers, they also in the session, right? I will let you know. I will help you how to make your resume. I mean, there are many questions. We will discuss one to one, or you can ping me in the daytime. My daytime means your evening. So because our 10 minutes is finished, so let us start what exactly we are going to discuss. First of all, you don't have to install anything. To batch 18 session 1, we have to make a URL on livesql.oracle.com. I just want to show you. I will send everything in the email also. You don't, few people has confusion that I don't have database installed, which database I have to install, which tool I have to install. No need to do that. Just go livesql.oracle.com, oracle.com. I will let you know how it is working. You just have to create your username password. I will give this URL. You don't have account, just create account. It will take you just one page, right? Job name, job title, you can see anything, right? Does not matter. Company name, you can see name of the company. Company name, you can do anything. They are not going to cross check anything. Anything you can put it here. Create your account will be created. Once your account will be created, you are open to see this SQL. Here you can write all of your SQL. You can practice everything. You just need an internet. You don't have to install anything. This has everything. All data is here already. Many tables are there. HR schema is there. CO schema is there. AV schema is there. Many schemas are there. If you go here, my sessions, see, and whatever you are doing, everything will be stored. You can see today I did 6 hours, 36 hours before, 2 days before, 4 days ago. Whatever we are discussing, everything here. I will take the same copy paste to you. Whatever we are writing queries, all queries, I will take the copy paste and give it to you, to everyone. If you go to here schemas, you can see there are so many schemas are already present. AD, AV, CO, Scott schema, HR schema, all the schemas are there. So you don't have to worry about any schema. You don't have to worry about what you can say, any database software you need to install. You don't have to worry. Everything. Rakesh, you have any question? Rakesh, you have any question? Sorry. Because you raise your hand, that's why I'm saying. It's okay. So let's start. Okay, and I'm available for every one of you one-to-one, anytime you can ask. Let's start first. What exactly the SQL is? SQL means structured query language. Structured query language. Forget about spelling mistake. Sometimes that will be structured query language. What is this language is? Language means, and every day when we are discussing, we discuss about all the topics, all the combination permutation of the question that can be possibly asked from this topic. We'll discuss in the same way. So just focus in the session. We are not discussing anything which is not important, and the chances of asking the interview is 1%. We focus on only which are possible, and everything will be there. And I can guarantee for it, each and every question are coming from exactly from the notes. This is my guarantee. Okay, what exactly the SQL is? SQL is called a structured query language, a language by which me and you can talk to each other. Simple. For example, suppose I'm from North India and I know Hindi, right, and English, only two language. A language. If I'm talking to Abhishek, Abhishek is again from North India. Maybe I can talk either in Hindi or I can talk in English. But if suppose somebody can ping me and he knows Telugu or Tamil, I cannot talk to him because we both has a communication gap. The reason is we both don't know a common language. So we have a language called English. English is a language by which we both can communicate if we both know English. In the same way, database has a language by which we are talking to the database. That is called structured query language. What exactly database is? Database. Database, any database is pure English language. If you understand English, you understand 50% of the database. Database is what exactly call is? Database is where you have the data, where you store data. And where to store data? We store the data in the tables. Tables are basic fundamental of any database. Tables is just like in our house, we have tables, right? If you see, in our house, we have many tables like this. We have a table, right? We have a table, have this type of table. We have sometimes this type of table at our house. We have suppose this type of table in our house. There are many different type of tables where we put our stuff. Simple. Here I can put my doll. I can put my glasses. I can put my copy, pen. Different type of tables where we put our stuff. In the same way, in the database, we have tables where we put our data. Simple. By default, our database has two types of table. One is called heap organized table, heap organized, and one is called index organized table. These are the main two types. We have temporary table, we have many other type of table. Basically, it's called is a heap organized and an index organized table. By default, all tables are heap organized. Heap organized means what? For example, you have a table in your house and you put some books on there, right? You go to library, you take a new book and put the book there on the same on the same table. Your kids or maybe your cousins, your brother, sister who is living in the family, he go to the he or they go to the library, take the books and put on the same tables. This is called heap organized. Means whatever the new data coming, you can just put on this table. Database is by default heap organized table. All the tables are by default heap organized. If you don't define anything, means whenever a new data is coming, a new row will be inserted into the table. Whenever a new data is coming, understand this concept. This is interview question in the interview. Difference between heap organized and index organized. Tables. What are tables? Tables which store data. Just like in our home, we have cupboard. What is a cupboard? Where we store our clothes, right? Suppose I have a cupboard for me, I have one for my wife, I have two for my kids. We have four people has four different cupboards at our home, right? We put our stuff same like table. In one table I put employee data, in one table I put department data, in one table I put location data. Different table, different things I organized. The same it is called heap organized and index organized. Heap organized means anything, just dump the data. Like I have a table at my house, I just keep anything and just dump on that table, dump on the table, dump on the table. Heap organize means whenever a new data is coming, it insert a new row. Heap organized. Index organized, when we have a data in organized way. Like in this table I have only books, in this table I have my copies, on this table I have laptop, on this table. Means whenever our data organized, then we can call as an index organized table. So if somebody can ask you, think about it, what are the difference between both? It's very simple. If I have to, storing the data, placing the data in index organized table is tough. Tough in the sense is time consuming. For example, if you have a heap organized table, like suppose you have a cupboard, you just take your t-shirt off and just throw it in one of the cupboard. It's very simple. I just take my t-shirt off and throw in one of the cupboard. Very simple. Heap organized. Index organized, if I take my t-shirt off, just make it folded and go to a particular cupboard which is my cupboard and store my t-shirt there. It is taking time to putting the data there, but it is very easy when I have to find out where is my red t-shirt. I don't have to go and search into the dump because I know that it's my t-shirt, it's definitely in my cupboard. That is called index organized table. So index organized table will be inserting data or arranging the data may take time because data will be organized, sorted, but fetching data will be easy. Heap organized, inserting is easy, fetching is time consuming. These main two types of tables we have. Tables where we store data. Which type of tables look like? Tables look like this. For example, see this. Suppose let me take one Excel sheet. Okay, these are tables. For example, how tables looks like. If you see this Excel sheet, these are called rows. Very basic concept. These are called columns. These are called rows, or you can call it tuples. Nobody will ask you, don't worry. But I'm just telling you to make a think about it. I just make a motto what exactly this is. One is called rows, one is or tuples, and this one is called columns. One column, two column, three, third column, fourth column. This is column. This is row. One row, two row, three row, four row, five row, six row, seven row, eight row. As much data we have. So heap organized table, every time one new row will be inserted. I hope this question will be clear to all of you what exactly the table is, right? The table which actually store the data. Table is the basic fundamental of the database. Database is what? Where we store data. And how we talk to the database? How we talk to the table? Table is stored by using structured query language, a language. For example, suppose I have a table, right? I create a table. For example, I create a table employee. I just take an example, right? And I want all data from this table, right? Can I tell him, suppose I'm talking to somebody, I'm talking to David, right? David is a person from you, he only knows English. And I have to ask him, where is the restroom? And I can ask where restroom is present in any random English. What David can think, David cannot able to give me answer because my language is not correct. If I ask him in a proper language, hello David, can you tell me where is the restroom? He can answer me, okay, go right, take a left, you will get the restroom. But someone asking, hello, restroom, David is in this, he cannot answer. The same way, structured query language, a language by which we are talking. So if I'm talking to the database, I have to tell database. Suppose I have to tell, give me all the record. So if I tell to the database, give me all the record, database will not give me the record. I have to tell him in his language, select star from table. That is a language by which I am talking to the database. That select, when database will understand my language, he can reply me back with the data. So this is what the database is. This is how we are talking to the database. How we are talking to the database, that is called SQL, structured query language. Okay. Remember one thing again. My first 12 to 15 lesson, 15 or 16 lesson, you are getting 40% of your interview question. Okay, so focus there. Any confusion, I am here, just a ping away, right? I'm talking about which type. When I'm talking to the database, there are many different type of language by which you're talking. Just like suppose I'm asking somebody, right? In English, we have interrogative sentence, we have a explanatory sentence. In the same way, a language is many different types. We are just focused on three different type of the language. One is called DDL, one is called DML, one is called TCL. We just focus on these three. DDL means data definition language. I'm telling you, there is very good question coming in the interview. In few minutes, I'm discussing data definition language. DML means data manipulation language. Manipulation language. And TCL means transaction control language. Right? Data definition language means whenever you're defining something. Manipulation means whenever I'm manipulating. Manipulating means I'm changing something. Suppose I am telling you something, you change my word and say something different. Means whenever you change the data, that is called DML. So the best easy way to memorize is you just understand DML means insert, update, and delete. Insert, update, and delete is DML. Very easy concept. Means you just not have to forget on this language. DML means data manipulation language, which manipulate the data. Manipulate the data means insert, update, and delete. That's it. And TCL is transaction control language. We are going very quick because I'm going to example which is coming in interview, right? So just go it very quick here. TCL means transaction which control the language. That is called commit and rollback. Commit means what? Commit means permanent save into the system. Once something is saved, there is a very good question here on the interview and discuss in a few minutes. Commit means which is permanently saved into the system, that save into the system. I saved, remember, I committed it, means I saved it. Rollback means revert back. If you did some operation, you want to revert back, you can revert back by using rollback. Insert, update, delete are always followed by TCL. If I try to manipulate any data, like insert the data or update the data or delete the data, any one of these three operations I did, that must be followed by commit and rollback. Must be followed by commit and rollback. Because anything you did, the changes, if I did a commit, then only data will be permanently saved into the system, otherwise reverted back. Right? There is a question coming, the people who are freshers, 1 year, 2 year, there's a very good easy questions coming that I'm working on a particular, there is one more task control line called save point. Okay. Suppose they're asking question that user A is insert 100 records on the system, 100 records on the table employee, right? User B is not able to see the data. Why? User A inserted data. Remember the line, insert data. Insert data means you did a DML operation. If you insert data, DML operation, it means it must be followed by commit and rollback. So B is not able to see the data because data is not committed. Commit means permanently save into the system. If you haven't commit, you cannot see the data into the system. Simple. For example, if you see this here, this live SQL is a auto commit, means auto commit mode because it's free and all over the internet. So database given this data as a free so that you can go and insert the data here. Okay. So give me 1 second. Let me log in here. If I were to log in on this. Okay. The meanwhile, it's running here. Okay. Dr. connection. Okay, forget about it. Okay, so this is what I'm talking about. DML, DML, TCL. There is a DDL. DDL means data definition language. When you define the database, for example, I'm creating a table. Create table, alter table, truncate table, drop table, create, alter, drop, truncate. These are called DDL operation, data definition language. Very basic concept. DDL, data definition language. This interview question coming in the interview, the difference between DDL and DML. DDL, data definition language. When I'm defining the data. When you are defining the data, there is no need to commit and roll back because permanent commit, every time commit, by default commit. Data definition language is by default commit. But in case of DML statement, that is the data manipulation language, we have to, in case of DML, data manipulation, like insert, update, and delete, we have to commit and roll back. Commit means permanently save into the database. Commit means we can revert it back. This is the main thing coming into the operation. I'm going to discuss a very simple question. Sometime one question I discussed that user A is enter 100 record, but user B cannot see that because you cannot commit. One time interview asking that I'm altering, I have a table XYZ. I'm alter my table and insert 2 columns. Do I have to commit the data? Or for example, that I altered my table and added 2 columns, but it was wrongly added. Can I make it roll back? Roll back means reverted back. So you cannot, because you alter the table. Alter means DDL. DDL is create table, alter table, truncate table, drop table. These are called DDL statement. Create, alter, truncate, drop. Any of these 4 operations will be performed. It means that is auto commit. You cannot roll back. Once something is committed, you cannot roll back. That is the concept, right? Now there is a question coming into that question can ask everybody from 1 year, 2 year to 15 year. Let me discuss this question. For example, let's see. Interview question in interview that I have a table. Everybody see this. This question purely related to DDL and DML. Interviewer asks you step number 1. I have created a table. Suppose I have a table A, right? Or I have a table test, and I inserted a record with a record for ID is equal to 1. I one record inserted. Then step 2. In the same table, insert one more record for ID is equal to 2. Then step 3, that I create an index on table B. Suppose there is a table, I create an index on table B. Step 4, I did rollback. How many records in table? And table test. How many record in table test? This is an interview question. This question can be many permutation combination. In this particular question, I will discuss in continuously. Let's see. I'm getting a table. Let's see this here. Create table A. Right? I'm creating a table. How to create a table? We'll discuss more, but just go to DDL and DML. Create table A. I'm getting a table. How to creating a table? I will discuss again in the next class. But because we are going to DDL and DML, so that's why I'm going to this. I'm considering that you know the table creation, but I will definitely discuss in the next class. Create table A, ID, number. There is one table A. What happened with this? Otherwise, we can create. Give me a second. That is connected. Is easy for us. Sys. If it is connected, that is easy for us. Just let me try. Some issue. That's okay. We can solve it later. Where is it? Here. Okay, I created one table. Let me create one more table. Create table B, ID, number. Okay. Interview question is, I have inserted one record. I've inserted one record. My database is actually, I just try to log in here, but there is some issue. So I'm going here. This is auto commit. So that's why I'm doing beginning. So you don't worry about why Vishal is doing beginning because it's auto commit. So just I want to show you here. I'm insert a record, insert into A values. Suppose I'm inserting one. Insert into B and values 2. I will discuss you all how to make it this all. See, I'm inserting two records. Insert into A in the same table. I'm inserting two records. If I go here, select star from A. Somebody can call it select a star. Some people can call it select all. Both are same, so it does not matter. I can see we have two record into the system because I inserted two record. They are inserted into the system. If I make it 3 and 4 and just write it rollback. Rollback means revert back. So whatever you inserted, that record will be reverted back. When I go and check into the table, A and B is not inserted into the system because I make it rollback. Very simple concept, very easy concept. What question I'm discussing, I inserted two records, suppose 3 and 4. My table already have two records, you all can see. In the same way, I'm creating one index. Execute immediate. Create index idx underscore b on b column id, and then I make it rollback. See this, what is happening. This is what the interview question is. Interview question here, that I have a table. My table contains two records already. I inserted third record, fourth record into the table A, and after that I will create an index. I will create an index on table B. This is another table. That is another table. And then I make it roll back. So what happened? How many record in this table? This question is very common. How many record in this table? Very common question. How many record in this table? So see, the concept is, this is a create statement. Create means DDL. 70 to 80% of the people able to give this answer because question is very common, written on Google. Create is a DDL command. DDL command is auto commit. If you remember, commit is only work for insert, update, and delete. Insert, update, and delete. That is DML operation. DML operation is followed by rollback. DML operation is followed by rollback. So because here I fire DML, but then I fire a DDL command. DDL is auto commit. So this is the property of DDL, that when DDL will be fired, DDL first commit everything. If you are working in a project, if you ever see any of your project where you're working, some of your procedure is first truncate the table, and then your procedure is started, and then insert data into the particular table. The reason is truncate is a DDL command. If you do in between, then everything whatever written before, it first go and commit the data. So that's why we commit it later, right? And we make the truncate first. This is the reason. So I make a commit command, create command. When I run this create, means by default we make it committed. We make it committed. So what is happening? This 3 and 4 will be inserted into the system. You can see that. This rollback has no impact because data is already committed here. How already committed? Because you fire a DDL command. Because this create means DDL. DDL is auto commit. Whenever we fire any DDL command, DDL first auto commit the things. Most of the people is exactly correct. This answer will be okay. But the question, interview question is saying, interviewer are very smart, right? Because they know this question is common into the interview, right? Interviewer is saying, okay, for example, my table has 4 records now. I'm inserting record number 5 and record number 6. And my DDL fail. Then what happened? Okay, anybody see here, everybody can see this. My table has 4 records. I'm running this. DDL fail. Anybody can tell me how many record into the table? Who can tell me how many record into the table?
4.
Okay. Anybody else can try? This become interview question. Many times what happen when we give this type of answer into the interview, right? And
Six.
we thought sometimes that why I'm not getting selected. The reason is if our base concept is wrong, you will not select it. That is 200% sure. It's not I am saying, because I'm working in a company where we are giving trainings for that. I go for college campuses, I go for many other placement thing, right? So I know that our company gives us training that how we have to pick the candidates. So we always focus that our it's okay if you're not able to give complex answer, but its concept should be clear. If you anytime you get a chance to give an interview with any product based company, right? Suppose you can go to Amazon, Flipkart, Meta, Google, you can see that the person with you who is taking your interview, he's with you, and he's whatever you say, he just go and type, because we both had technical discussion. He just try to touch, he just try to see that what exactly your concept are. And see this question: what is happening? The DDL is failed. The DDL is failed. That is okay, but there is no syntax error. This DDL failed, but still data will be inserted into the system. If you see this DDL, you have to see this DDL is correct. It is failed because name is already used. If I go to the table, select star from A, and my data inserted 5 and 6. You can see 5 and 6 data inserted because this DDL fire. Once DDL fire, this is DDL fire. Once DDL fire, the first thing DDL will do the auto commit. The commit will be fired. So this 5 and 6 will be inserted, then automatically a hidden commit will be fired here. So data inserted into the system. And then this DDL fail, but this DDL fail because of, if you see this here, I'm running it here, it will insert the data again, but that's okay. Name is already used by an existing object. This DDL fail, but there is no syntax error. This DDL fail because this name is already used. So you can see this data, I have 8 record into the system, 5, 6 inserted 2 times, 8 record. Interviewer is very smart again. Some people can give this answer. Interviewer saying, okay, you are saying even the DDL fail, the data insert. Then you are saying, yes, sir. He can say, okay, he will give you like this. You can see our table has 8 rows inserted already. I run the command. Again, the DDL fail. Now what happened? Anybody can tell me how many record inserted into the system?
8 only will be there.
So 10.
Same eight,
Yes, in
eight records.
Okay, so see this type of
Indeed.
questions coming here. From the base concept, we have to learn here. What is happening here into this particular question, right? Our DDL fail, but this time we have syntax error. When syntax error means database does not know. Remember what I said? Basic concept always focus. Concept never change. What I said, database is pure English, right? Database is pure English, a language by which we are talking to the database. What the concept is that if the DDL fire, DDL will commit. But here DDL is not fire at all because this is not a DDL. This is syntax error. Database does not recognize that you are a DDL. You are not a DDL because you are a syntax issue. Create index name on. This is what the syntax is, right? Or anything, create table, anything. He just say not only index, he can make a create what I can sequence. Maybe he can alter table. Maybe he can create table. Anything, any DDL command he run. If that DDL has a syntax error, remember that. If that DDL contains a syntax error, then what is happening? This DDL is not running at all. So this data will be not inserted to the system. If you see this here, we have only 8 record. This data not inserted because this DDL is failed. So remember this question. What I discussed in interview question here. When we when we insert data in a table, whenever we insert data in a table, and after that we fire any DDL command, so DDL will first commit the data. Whatever I'm discussing here is everything will be recorded here into the system, right? My session, if you go here, everything will be here. I will send you everything, so no need to note it down anything. Just focus on the session, okay, and try to understand it here. Whenever a DDL will be, remember it, whenever any DML statement will be fired, either it insert or it is update or it is delete, because insert, update, delete will be permanently saved into the system only and only after commit, and that will be reverted back if you make it roll back. That will always followed by commit and rollback. We insert data in the table, and after that we fire a DDL command. If you fire a DDL command, so DDL will first commit the data. This is the nature of the DDL. Then after that, if you do the rollback will not impact anything because already committed. And once something is committed, we cannot roll back. Remember, so Salman Khan has a dialogue, right? Whenever I committed, I cannot listen even my something like that. Right? There is a movie. Same thing. Once something is committed, is committed. You cannot roll back. So this rollback does not matter because data is committed here. When we have write a DDL command, then interviewer will ask you what happen if your DDL fail. So then your answer will be, sir, if DDL fail because of any issue other than syntax error. If it is syntax error, then it is not considered as a DDL. Then data will be not committed. Because if it is not considered as a DDL, so it will not auto commit, will not fire. But if it is considered as a DDL, right, the same statement considered as a DDL, means there is no syntax error other than syntax. Suppose it is failed because of means already exist name, or we cannot make it any other column other than syntax error, any other issue because my DDL fail. So what is happening? It will be commit the data because this is the nature of the DDL command. The DDL will be committed the data into the system. This is the basic nature of the DDL. I hope you all get this. Anybody, any doubt on this question before I'm proceeding more? Ramasis, you raised your hand. Any question, Ramasis?
Yes, I have question regarding the types of table, heap
Mm-hmm.
organized or heap organized table or index organized table.
Mm-hmm.
So let's say I have created one table
Mm-hmm.
and I have created index on column, uh, 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 index on column, any of the column. So
Mm-hmm.
it is heap organized table or index organized table.
Okay. So Ramasis, one thing I'm just telling you, I understand your question will be, whenever I'm going, okay, I'm giving this answer, but when we're going line, when we discuss about that, the indexing, I'm coming to that part. Is by creating an index, it is not coming to index organized table, right? By creating just an index, it's not become an index organized table. On that particular column, if you create an index organized table we're creating, when I will let you know how to create that one. But by creating an index, it not become the index organized table. It's not like that. By default, it is heap organized table only. The table concept is here, which actually store the data. How I'm storing, right? How I'm storing. This question sometimes asks that which type of tables we have. Normally, this question is very less, but sometimes it asks in the interview. Heap organized means when we just put our stuff randomly. Index organized means when we make the table like this, that if the data come, data will be stored in a particular way. So that is called index organized table, right? Index organized table will making like this. This is the basic difference. The basic difference is heap organized table. Your insertion will be very easy, but selection will take time. Selection will take time. For example, I have a book, I have a table, and I have multiple different type: maths book, English book, right, computers book, Java books. All the books are there. I have to search for a Java book. There are so many books. I just have to find out where is Java. It take me some time. Index organized table, if you make organize the data in such a way that all my tech book on this, or my maths book on this table, or my physics book on this table, it is very easy to find out. And to organization may take time, but picking data will be faster, right? So this is that mean two things about this data. But yes, creating an index does not mean that you create an index organized table. It's not the same. It's not same, right? And when we are going on SQL, right? Because this is our first session, let's go one by one. Each topic when we cover Amasis, you are getting means all the permutation combination of this particular topic, right? When you're creating a table. Oh, sorry, when we're going with topic by topic, right? Because my motto to everybody does not matter. You learn from me, you learn from Google, you do your self learning, you go through Udemy or anywhere. My one advice, you always remember, if consider me that if you consider myself as a senior resource of 17 18 experience, consider my one line to everybody: from wherever you learn from scratch, learn from basic. Don't never learn from random topics. Like today you start triggers, tomorrow you start indexing, day after tomorrow you start function, then again you start a merge statement, then you start analytical function. Don't do that. Go with one by one, topic by topic. It maximum take a month, and your each topic will be covered directly. Never go random topic because they all are related to each other. And one more thing, whenever you go for interview and you think that this particular topic I never heard about it, or maybe I never find it, or maybe we shall never teach it, or maybe I try to find out Google or wherever I prepare from top 50, top 100 interview questions, I'm not go through this particular question. Always go to the base concept. Your base concept will help you always, right? So whenever we are learning, right, always go through the base concept, always go to your concept selections, how we are going on, right? Let's go to one more concept here, right? So this particular question on DDL or DML, because we are talking about the types of SQL statement, DDL, DML, the question coming in the interview, difference between DDL and DML. This scenario based question coming into the interview, that I wrote to insert a statement, then I create an index, or maybe you can say I can alter a table, anything interviewer can say, or create a sequence, anything interviewer can say you, right? Everything. I did it. What happened? Basically, when you fire a DDL, your data will be committed here. Remember this line. This is the concept, and concept is the knowledge. If you fire a DDL, your data will be committed. These two records will be committed. This rollback does not matter. If interviewer can tell you if my because this question is very common, 70 to 80% of people give this answer because this is available on many places. But interviewer make a trick, and he can say what happened if my DDL fail. Then remember this: if your DDL fail, right? But if the DDL fail other than syntax error, then still your data will be inserted to the system. But if it is fail because of syntax error, so database will not able to recognize, right, that is a DDL or not. So database does not know it's a DDL, so it will be not able to commit the data, because only DDL is the nature of a DDL command. The DDL will be run a auto commit onto the system. This is the nature of the DDL. So this particular scenario based question coming into the interview. When we're talking about database, right? Like here I give an example. This example I gave, right? We create a table and we're inserting data here. This is called our rows. This is called our columns. Columns basically define which type of data I'm going to store. So every data I'm going to store, that called a data type. Data type. Which data type is? Which type of data? Which type of data I'm going to store into the system? That is called data type. What exactly data type is and how we are creating? Let's go with one simple example. Create table. How we're creating a table. Create table name. I'm writing. Okay, one more thing. Whenever you are writing any DDL command, any DDL, always this keyword is coming. Create table name, create index name, create sequence name, alter table name, right? Your table keyword is coming. You ever writing in DML like update table name? No, it's not like that. Update table directly, delete from table directly, truncate table name, drop table name. This keyword is coming. There is one more way to recognize. This is our DDL command. DDL is always comes with the parent. Create table name. We can make a bracket. Let's see, I'm creating something. Suppose I want to get a table where I'm storing employee ID. That is, for example, number. I'm getting employee name, EMP name. I'm writing varchar2. I'm discussing what exactly this is. Just give me 2 minutes. 20. I'm writing age, sex, char 1. This is how we are creating a table. What exactly this is? Here, I want to tell to the database in a SQL, like a structured query language, that create a table. Name of the table is employee, that contains these 4 columns. One is called employee ID, where I'm storing number. Number means 0, 1, 2, up to 9. This is number. That's it. 0 to 9. This is number. Varchar2 means string. Varchar2 means string. Anything which is ABCD. When alphabet comes into the picture, it means you can understand it. This is varchar. For example, my roll number is 50. That is number. My roll number is B50. That is varchar. Simple. Whenever you can say alphabet, ABCD, something coming like that, it automatically not a number. Number means pure short 0 to 9. Nothing other than that. Anything other than that is, it means that is become to varchar. Whenever we're talking about varchar always comes, you can see this 20, this is basically called capacity. That can be 20, that can be 10, 30, 50, 40, whatever. This is called a capacity. Capacity means how much I can store. For example, I go to mother dairy to take a 2 liter of milk, so I can take a gallon. That gallon must contain 2 liters. This is my capacity of the gallon. We cannot go with 1 liter gallon and try to put 2 liter of milk there. It will not work because the capacity of that gallon is 1 liter only. So this is called 20. 20 means capacity. How much I can hold. That is called capacity. There is a very good question coming in the interview. Difference between varchar, varchar2. This is the data type. I am coming to that question too in a minute. This is called number, same number. This is called char. Char is also the same. It's not a number, means ABCD. It's like a character type of word, ABCD. Interview question sometime asking here into the interview. The next question coming in the data type. The difference between char and varchar. And difference between varchar and varchar2, basically. Varchar means variable character. I will let you know how in just a few minutes in example. Char means your length is fixed. Char means your length is fixed. That is called char. Varchar means, I'm talking about varchar. Varchar means variable character. It means your length is not fixed, that is variable. But your capacity is fixed, 20. 20 is the maximum capacity. For example, let's see this one data here. I'm writing it 10. I'm inserting it. I'm creating a table. My table created. Let's see this. Insert into table name, employee, values. I'm inserting here employee ID 1. I'm inserting varchar always comes into the quotes. I'm writing Vishal. I'm age, I'm inserting 36. Sex, I'm inserting, for example, male. You can see this, what is happening. Want to insert? Let me insert one more record, then I will show you the difference. Understand the concept. There is no need to memorize anything. SQL is all about trick. I'm inserting one data, 2, me 2, 36, F. 2 record I insert into the system, right? I can go here and writing select star from my employee table. It can show me all the data of my employee table. This data I inserted, right? Difference between varchar and char. First understand it here. What exactly the difference? For understanding this difference, let's understand a function called length. Length is a function which can give you the total length. Anything you can pass. For example, I'm passing select length of any name. For example, I'm writing Vishal from dual. It just go and count how much Vishal is. You can count 1 character, 2 character, 3, 4, 5, 6, total 6 character. Just give you the length, 6, anything. I can write it here. It will just give me the length of this. 22. Everything is available if I'm talking about length character. To understand this varchar and char, let me show you something. I'm writing here select employee name, comma, length of employee name. I'm writing it sex, comma, length of sex. 4 things I'm selecting from this table. You all can see this here. I created a table employee. That table contains one column as a varchar to 20. 20 is what? Capacity. Maximum capacity. Means maximum you can store only 20 characters. You cannot store more than 20. Otherwise it will give you error. I will let you know how. First understand the difference between char and varchar. Char means maximum capacity is 10. See, but this is char. Char is a fixed length. Means not maximum. The length is fixed 10. You can see this. I stored in employee name column, I stored 2 records, Neetu and Vishal. Both is 6 character, 6 character. The total length is 6 only. Even I have a capacity of 20, but it's a variable character. It free up all the data. It's free the space. I have a caliber that it can store 20 of the space, but it only stores 6 and rest 14 it free up. But in case of sex, F and M, only one character I inserted, but it will take the total length 10. Rest 9 is space. It is occupied whole space. Fixed length character. You can see this here. I'm just selecting. This space is coming here. You can see this blue color, but here it is not coming. It only take the space what exactly it used, but it take all other space and padding with blank. So in case of using character and var character, varchar is variable character. Char is basically what? Fixed length. Char will fix length. It fixes the data. Length will be fixed. So when I'm using a var, always try to prefer varchar because it saves space. But in case of char, it is not saving the space. Does not matter it use one or two or three character, but it occupied everything. This is the difference between char and varchar 2. Interview question here again. The difference between varchar and varchar 2. If you open Google, I'm telling you, many people, many places in the Google, it is giving difference between varchar and varchar 2. So that's why I'm saying never, never, never go and read from any bogus website and top 50 interview questions. Because if you give this answer, difference between varchar and varchar 2, which if you read from any website, and interviewer know that you are coming from a top 50 interview question PDF sort of thing, he will not select you. So remember this answer. There is no difference between varchar and varchar 2 in Oracle, right? It is advised to use varchar for storing data, but it is still reserved for future use. Means Oracle is still working on a developing mode. Their varchar as a data type is still in the varchar. So the Oracle never say that to use varchar. Oracle always say to use varchar 2 because varchar is still in the development mode. It's still in the future use. Oracle try to develop that how to use with null values because null is undefined, unknown. So database is working with null values. So that's why currently if somebody can ask you, right, till Oracle 21c launch, but varchar and varchar 2 both are same. There is no difference in varchar and varchar 2. Some websites can claim it is working with good with null. This is not, but it's not the same. It's not the case. Oracle is still working on to develop varchar because varchar is still reserved for future use. And Oracle try to use it, but still currently there is no difference between varchar and varchar 2, but Oracle advised to use varchar 2 only. If I'm talking about the same char and varchar, okay, let's go one more question here. See this data. Anybody can see this. Insert into employee values. I'm inserting a record here. Suppose 3. I'm inserting Jaswal. I'm inserting the age, for example. Age is a number. I'm inserting, for example, suppose 33. Suppose let's okay. Employee name, for example, I'm inserting 5. Age I'm inserting 33. Sex I'm inserting male. You can see this data. These are the small interview questions coming to the interview. This particular column is employee name is a varchar column. I'm storing number into this data. Interview question. Can I insert a number into varchar? Interview question. Can I insert a number data into varchar? Or can I store a varchar into number? Before going that, let's see this here. It should be already inserted. I'm inserting here, for example, ID. Employee ID is a number. Let's insert something as a like this. A. Here I'm inserting, for example, Jaswal 33M. I try to insert the data. What you can see, it give me error. Why it give me error? It is saying invalid number. Invalid number. This is number column. You cannot insert a varchar. How do you know it is a varchar? Because it is ABCD or it is coming in single quotes. Varchar always come in a single quotes. Number is without quotes. You can see this directly. You cannot insert a varchar into a number. It will give me error, invalid number. Interview question. Can I insert a number into varchar? Now here in this case, here I can see that I cannot store a varchar into a number. Cannot store varchar in number. Can I store a number into varchar? Let's see this here. Anybody can give me answer? Can I store a number into varchar?
Yeah, we can, but it should be in quotations.
No, it's not.
Yeah, we can.
Data will be
No,
inside.
no quotation. We can give a number.
So these are there is a difference. In number data will be inserted. Now see the interview question here. I'm giving in front of you. Select a staff from employee. Just this last question for everybody for you today. Select a staff from employee. We can see the data. We can see it here. Forget about this statement. This is our table, which store these records. I just inserted. Employee name column is a varchar column. We all know that. I insert a number. Means I'm able to insert a number. That's correct. Let's start writing data where emp name is equal to Vishal. It means what? Select star from employee means everything from employee table. Where means a filter. We'll discuss about it more tomorrow, but just 1 minute left, so I just want to give it quick. Where employee name is equal to Vishal. Select, if I just write select star means select all, everything. But I don't want everything. I said where employee name is equal to Vishal. It give me employee name is equal to Vishal. It give me only one data. My current table has so many records, but I just want to see where employee name is equal to Vishal. It will give me only this data. That is correct. Exactly. I'm writing where employee name is equal to 5. You can see this here. We have employee name is equal to 5 here. You can see that? I'm writing the same query here where employee name is equal to 5. What is happening? Invalid
No,
number.
we cannot see. You can put in the code.
Yes, I'm coming. This is the interview question. Why it's put in the quotes? I inserted a number. Always remember, whenever we discuss
Because
about what,
it
why,
is a string value, no? So that
when. This employee name column is a varchar column. Can I insert a number into varchar? Yes. I can store a number into varchar. Yes, that is correct. But if you insert a number into varchar, when you come to my family, you have to follow my custom. A number come into the varchar, this number become a varchar. It will be treated as a character because the family is a character family. Varchar character. Varchar means string. It treated as a family of a string as a character. So when you store the data into this particular table, even you store a number, it considered as a character. So employee number 5 will not give you any answer, but to make it like this single quotes, I am able to see the record. If you see that at the time of data insertion, I insert the data as a number, but when I'm trying to fetch the data, I have to consider this 5 as a varchar. This is an interview question. Can I insert a data? Can I insert a number into varchar? Yes, you can insert. But after your insertion, that number, if I try to fetch, it behave like a varchar because this is going to varchar family. And once you come to my family, you have to follow my custom because this is our custom. We are varchar family. Whenever you go with quotes. You cannot go without quotes. So this is the family. So that's all for today. I'm not going to ask you so many things because already 8 o'clock to all of you. Many of you have to go to office. We are meeting tomorrow again on the same link, same place, same time. You all will receive the notes, whatever we discussed today. Everything will receive as a notes. And follow my one advice. Go to each and every question, each and every topic. You just give 2 months, you can get everything from there. Okay. So Saranya, you have any question? Or you can do one thing. You all can ping me on my WhatsApp directly. If anybody any question, you can ping me on WhatsApp directly. Right? I will give the answer. And I will include that answer in the notes as well. And you all will be receive the notes today, whatever we are discussing. Abhishek, you can stop the link on YouTube. So thank you so much, Abhishek.